Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video. Today we have 10 characters and we've got a tier list. This is the Amazing Digital Circus, all the characters, and we're going to rank them. Not just a very short video though, we're going to be doing different kinds of ranking. So for the first one, we're simply just going to rank the team based on their genuine appearance, so what you just see from them. And obviously, I'm going to have a, video probably down here or something of the character in its prime area. So yeah. About this guy, I don't know, he's not really appeared. Kothmol, he's not appeared, only in this form, so for some of the things, he will not really be ranked correctly because he's not been shown in that form. But considering that he's already in that form and they made a render for it and everything, I believe they'll find a way to revert him. It just seems it possibly. So let's just start. Favorite instantly, the voice, everything about it is just perfect. Oh, I'm Kane, I am your ringleader, all that stuff. He's the one that controls all the show and stuff, and he's got a very nice fancy suit. He's got the cool gloves. He's all very much fun and energetic by just the appearance, and very dapper looking. Next we've got Jax, and he's basically alright on the looks, right? He's very basic, as if he's just got the overalls from Mario or something like that, just a casual overall thing, and that's pretty much really what he wears. It's nothing else really special, and yeah, I don't think I've ever seen the teeth open. Now, I got this wrong in the theory video, Kingston. It's not Kingston, it's Kinga. So, Kinga, with the, obviously being the chest piece and stuff, I'm gonna say amazing, especially with the little coat and stuff. Just an amazing appearance overall. And especially the attention to detail in the eyes. If you look at the difference between Kane, I guess, obviously looks after himself. Kinga is, he's a little bit possibly older than all the others and been there for longer, and so his eyes have just slowly boiled up, Next we've got the good old main character, Pomni, which actually for some reason says remember in Russian. I don't know why, but that could be something to talk about for a theory video, like just a small segment. I actually really love the design of Pomni, so it's going into favourites. I would say it's better than Kane, just the overall design of it and everything about it. Then we got Zubul. Zubul, as I said in the theory video as well, looks like a piece of creation that a 4-year-old made with glue and all the things that you find in like the little school celebration box of the stuff, it's not really a nice sighting. It's just, wow, alright, you're a mess. Ragatha, I'd say is quite amazing for the hair and the little bow tie, I believe. I don't know if it is, but the dress with the patches and all that stuff, like the little stitching on it and all that, is very, very, very nice looking. And then we've got the Parasite, the bubble. So it's a very basic design. It's a chain chomp with much sharper teeth and is transparent. I would put it in alright, so because I don't actually mind it. So I actually forgot this character's name in the Fury videos, and even after editing and placing it in the description, I forgot the character's name. I believe it's Gangle, and yeah, I really don't like the character. It's not a bad design, especially considering the fact that you've got the comedy mask as well as the tragedy mask. So, it's a kind of cool design that they've done. Now we've got Coughlin. I don't look, okay. This is how videos go, but this glitchy design kind of reminds me of the eyes from It's Gotta Be Perfect, and overall is a really cool looking character with all its design stuff. I would say it's amazing. It's definitely better than the alright stance. And then we've got normal Coughlin, the one before the glitchy stuff, all that stuff. I would say he's quite alright, like he's not unliked. The designs, it's okay. I wouldn't really say it's the best. It's very basic, and you know, he's got 3 fingers and 1 thumb, so yeah, it's a little bit different on that. But that is the list for being ranked on appearance. So now we're moving on to their personality, which again, this version of Coughlan will not be able to, I guess, participate, because we don't even know what they're like. But apparently, from what Ragatha says, I guess we can get a slight thing, but we won't actually get our hands on viewing of what it is. So let's reset this again. So yeah, we're going to be ranking them again, but this time we're going to be ranking them based on the personality of things. So let's just go again for a reroll. Kane's personality being very energetic and very impatient by the sounds of things, cutting people off and stuff. I would say is... Oh, that's Jax. I would say is meh. I wouldn't say it's a really cool thing, but it's meh, his personality. Jax's personality, as much as he's like sounds like a bully and stuff, it's perfect. It really matches his character. Kinga, he's quite insane, and he's got really short memory. And there's a video that I'm going to show on screen now of a part which I don't think is not intentional, but I think it's to give you more of a hint to be like, he can go insane, but he forgets that he's insane, and so he's just fine overall. So it's kind of like on and off.
Mods, crush the skull, thank you.
Pomni's personality, you know, when Ragatha was glitching out and stuff, just bailed, and I believe that's pretty much what everyone would have done. But Pomni actually gave a chance to Ragatha, considering they only knew each other for around 5 minutes, possibly. And Ragatha was literally glitching the hell out, looking like a death scene. So very bold. I would go with amazing. But yeah, and with the insanity as well, as when going through the exits, I'd possibly even place it to perfect, as it really matches the character's design as well. Zubul, as much as I hate the design of it, the personality of it really, it's alright, because it's pretty much like, I can't deal with this. And like if you want me, you can fuck off. Like if like.
I just can't do it. I can't take this shit no more, man.
But I would believe to go a little bit more cartoony on the mood. Ragatha has a perfect... It matches perfectly. I would go to say... Though Jax and Ragatha, they really have probably the strongest ones here, because it just matches them really well. The Parasite is cool. I wouldn't really say... Actually, you know what? I'd put it on amazing, because... You know, you've just got, oh, what they do? And Kane gets so annoyed and just pops, like, it kind of gives that feeling, especially considering the size of it, and considering it's a bubble, all that stuff. Gangle, the personality, because we've only seen one side of it, which is the tragedy side. We haven't seen the comedy side yet. I can't really also base this correctly, because due to them having a tragedy mask on, they're gonna be sad. So I would place it in cool for now, but it's not an accurate guess. Kothmal. The glitched version of Kothmal has no words, it just chases and kind of acts like a dog, chasing after little items and stuff. I really, considering how evil it looks and glitchy and how powerful it really is, when it got distracted by the thing, it went from amazing to cool. So, you know, it's kind of got a very childish aspect to it. And then this one I can't really base off correctly, but from Ragatha trying to bargain her way out, the jokes apparently were pretty awful, especially also from Gangle saying, I didn't laugh at the jokes, I hope he's not mad still. So for now it's trash, but we don't even know about it. So moving on to ranking them based on the parts that they played within, which this guy is not going to be even included in. Here we are again. Obviously we've got the Kothmonk still here, but we're gonna just keep him out of this one. and I'll place it down to 4 rows because, you know, we just need to give it more accuracy to the bare bones part. So Kane's part of what he played in, being the ringleader, he really only appeared for the first, you know, 10 minutes, I guess, and then he just popped off. He just whizzed away, God knows where, leaving chaos to happen with all the rest of the characters. And whilst doing that, just went to go with a little dine-in with the parasite. You know, the parts that were played it's the best because, you know, you kind of give us you kind of get the fact that he's really impatient with his fingers twiddling and him instantly moving afterwards and just trying to move topics and everything straight away. So, you know, it's played really well. Jax is played really well as well. And oh god, that's spinning with my brain. But yeah, they played it really well, so I just rate it the same. Kinga, Kinga's is really unpredictable because, you know, sometimes it puts so much lore out, and then the other times it's just like so the parts that were played, they're very funny. So I'd have to put them in best. They're funny when, you know, stuff like that. He was one of the ones that made me laugh. Pomni, I would say the parts that were played were decent. I wouldn't say they're the best parts that were played in. I think the part that really boosted this, because otherwise it'd be fine, but I would place it in decent because of the exit. And I would go and place it up here, but I don't want all of them up there. I'm not that generous. So yeah, and then we've got Zubul. The parts that were played, just turning into individual pieces after telling them to flip off is, you know, it's well deserved. And especially when they don't really do anything the entire episode, it's just worse. It's just the worst. Ragatha, due to them all literally being beaten up by Kothmal, or Glitchmal, I guess you could call it, it's fine. Comfort, I guess, that you could say to Pomni, I place up to decent. Parasite, I would just have to put on to best. He's literally the definition of it. He's so annoying, but you just love him. Gangle, we didn't really get much from Gangle. They're just like really quiet, so I just place it in fine. The parts that were played were they were decent. I would say they're decent because, you know, it kind of gives you that heartbeat moment for some parts, and then that like moment from chasing after a little star and then glitching the hell out of the star and the monkey. You know, all that stuff. There you have it. That is it ranked on the parts played, and so now we'll be moving on to them being ranked in points. So here we have it, and we are going to include the clown Kothmal here. So this is just genuine, adding all of them together, I guess, but then putting them into points. So, you know, Kane in total, I would place here, and I would give him around 8.5. And I know I got this wrong, by the way, with it being like that, so now they match. I would put him at like 9.2. Like, he's really high up there. Jax, just overall, I would put him at 8.8. Just somewhere around that, 8.8 to 9. I would just place him in between that, because as much as he's very good, you know, sometimes it can be annoying to just have him there, but like it's from the get-go, you know, when we first watched it, he was brilliant. So yeah, Kinga, I would also say is just above with like 7.6. So just pretty much scraping this kind of area. Well, just above half a point. But yeah, I would place him there because he's got some dark things that he knows about this thing, but you know, his memory's awful and he just gets scared often. Pomni's overall stuff is the highest, being 9.8. I'll go for 9.8, and you know, I'll have those listed down here. In the editing. Zubul, I'm going to place down here with a staggering 2.7. They just feel, you know, it literally feels like a teenage person, like, oh, piss off, I don't need you, go away, you know, that kind of thing, like, yeah, if you need me, mug off, you know, that stuff. Ragafar, I'm not placing here, and I'm not placing here, and I'm not placing here, and I'm not placing here. I'm saying it's a 10. The overall, you know, when you've combined everything together, is so perfect because, you know, she tries to be nice and the comfort character, introduce and try and be the friend, but like, it's all there. We've all been through this. Don't worry, if we're through this and we're still alive, you know, all of us, we're still smiling, having a grand day, you'll be fine with us, just, you know, that kind of thing. Very, very polite and just trying to be helpful and check in on people, you know, that kind of stuff. Like, oh, we haven't checked in on Cosmo in a while. Like, Jax was just gonna originally get some food and then he just took a bowling ball and threw them both. Parasite Bubble, I would say, just is literally 6.9. Nice. Gangle, I would place above Zooble, and I would give it the up bonus, so like 4.8. So Zooble's the lower one, 2 point whatever it was here, and Gangle's 4.8. Then we've got Kothmol, Glitch, and we're going to have that at just 5, because you don't really get any character voicing, and, you know, it's just wrecking havoc and all that stuff. It's not really that important to me. But Clown Kothmol, I'd also put in front of Zooble. But I think these two characters would definitely be the lowest ones for me, like 2.6, 2.4. So, yeah, there you have it, and I'll put the points on screen again, but this time, like, pushed at the side. So there you go, and now we'll be moving on to each one of their names, and we'll rank them by the points. So here we are just going to be honest, and, you know, not just take on criticism on how they look. But yeah, it's just their name. So Kane, I would say it's 6. It's alright. It's an alright name. Jax, I originally thought it was like Jax as in Jax as in CKS, not Jax as in JAX. So I'm gonna place it in between, but you know how it is. So Kinga, you know, it kind of matches it very well, you know, considering it's a chess piece, Kinga, whatever you want to call it. And then Pomni, which is the Russian name for remember, is a 10. Because I feel like that's just gonna fill in some stuff. I don't know about the other characters, of course, if they have any resemblance in their names. If they do, then I'll just put them on the side here right now, but Pomni's is remember. Zooble, 0. And I'm being serious, it's not just because I don't like the character, it's actually 0. Zooble. And it's not even spelled with Zooble as in Zooble, like B-A-L. It's Zooble, B-L-E, and it's just Ragafar. I would give an 8. Bubbles, literally named Bubbles. I'm going to place it as a 4. Gangle, reminds me of Mangle, 2. Then we've got Kothmol, so I'll actually name them differently. So Glitchmol is 2 and Kothmol is 6. So yeah, there you have it. That's it. That's the entire video, just ranking these characters within different elements. If you guys enjoyed this video, you want more of this for some reason, we can do it with SMG4, and I will include all the SMG4 characters instead of just like the main characters. We can do it for Murder Drones, and that will include all the characters like Thad and all that stuff. Tad, Fad, whatever his name is, you know, Khan. It will even feature Nori and all that stuff, you know. Not just main characters, but characters that I talked about as well. But yeah, that's it. That's it for this video. If you enjoyed it, drop a like and subscribe. It just helps, you know. And there's a lot to go on about soon with SMG4, Glitch, and just everything as a whole within those two things. There's so much going on right now. So here you go. Have this video.